Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're continuing our playthrough on the Zielonka map, doing our olives and grapes. Now, there's really not much to do on the farm at the moment. We could go to sleep, but money is money is very hard to come by at the moment. So there is a couple of contracts. As much as I really don't want to do contracts, I don't think we have much choice. Well, there's a few. If we want to count these, they're tiny though. So I think I'd start with these ones and we'll see what happens. Yeah, so unfortunately it does. Oh, one of them's really close. That one's really close to us. 44. Yeah, I'd rather not keep doing weeding and hoeing jobs all the time, but you know, and ideally I would just go to sleep and wait until our next, you know, harvest or whatever. But the problem is, my God, these gutters are atrocious. How can they stop a tractor dead stop like that? Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, we'll go broke because we don't have the money to just sleep. Because we've got financed equipment, and all of that, and all the expenses of running the farm, and yeah, doesn't allow us to just go to sleep at a whim. Is there any weeds on here? You're supposed to be following that line. Oh, good. They're small if there are. I can't really even see them. Yeah, and unfortunately these are the best jobs for us to do because they're pretty quick and we have the machinery for it. Now, we could borrow machinery to do other jobs and that, but I don't think there's really much else that's worth massive amount of money anyway, so I'm just trying to keep some money coming in. I'm hoping that we're going to get to a point where we'll have enough product that we are paying debts off and making a good profit. I can't guarantee it though, because there's a lot of negative talk about grapes and olives, about what they're worth and not worth. But then Giants had done some updates, so I don't know if they are more profitable now or not. I mean, I decided to do it because I just thought it was an interesting idea. Whether it's a viable idea, well, that's a different question. But I decided to do it because I thought it was at least something different, something interesting that I hadn't tried before. You know, obviously I'm looking forward to jumping into the fishing one when that comes out, because I think that will be another good, you know, big difference. So that'll be interesting. You know, there's a lot of channels out there, and I watch some of them where they just, their whole channel is about this game. That's all they do. And they seem to just have success with their channel doing regular farming all the time. And it's like, well, okay. Like I said, I watch some of them, so, you know, I'm not opposed to watching them. I sort of have them on in the background, like on my second monitor, though, while I'm doing other things. And I'm assuming that, yeah, probably a lot of people watching my videos are doing the same thing. Probably just have it on in the background while they're doing something else. whether that's work or their own gameplay. But I guess from my perspective, I don't mind the mundaneness of the farming stuff. I just get worried that the videos aren't that entertaining if they're just me repetitively doing the same thing over and over and over again. And in a way, unfortunately, farming is that. Like when you, I mean, well, actually, farming's forestry. That was probably even worse, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest. I thought there'd be more to it. But when I did the last series, the Silver Run Forest one, we already finished that. Yeah, I was enjoying it, and but even I got to the point where I wanted to get out of there because it was so repetitive. There was really like plant a tree, chop down a tree, plant a tree, chop down a tree. It really wasn't. There wasn't much to it. It's just, yeah. When you didn't have fields, oh, here we go. I'm cutting somebody off. Sorry, mate. I know it was my fault. Oh, I should have gone the other way. Whatever. Yeah, so the forestry is something that... yeah, the reason I thought it would be entertaining was because I enjoyed doing it when I did the first series of this game. But the problem is, which I now know, is that it was entertaining because it was done in between all the farm work. When all you do is the forestry, it's not really fun anymore. It starts off okay, but then as soon as you've got everything working and you've got your machines, then it becomes extremely boring. And that place really had no fields, so there was nothing else to do. We could have created fields and all that sort of stuff, but it wasn't the concept of the run. The concept was to do forestry, and the concept was to do the roller coaster. Did both of them, so as far as I was concerned, it was a success. It was just, it was a short series. And look, I'm expecting potentially this will be the same, because either we are going to fail miserably because this is just not viable, or the DLC is going to come out and we're going to want to jump into the fishing. So it'll be like, okay, let's just finish this one up. But, you know, if we want to keep this game on the channel, I need to... This is not going to work, is it? Shit, these weeds are too big. Okay, we're not doing this one, because I'm not getting another machine, and so we're going to cancel... We are going to cancel that one, which luckily cost me nothing because I didn't rent any equipment and I didn't buy any supplies like fertilizer or anything. We'll collect that one. Now, there's these two little ones. They are so small. $70.72. Let's have a look where they are. No, it's not worth the drive. Okay, we're not doing that. It's alright. Let's go back. Where the heck is... Sorry, we're driving in a creek bed at the moment, which is not a good idea. Oh, hang on. So there's my olives. Yeah, so if you have any brilliant ideas of what farms we should do, just something interesting. I was going to look at that horse agriculture one. I think I had a look at it. It seems like a very boring place. I did have an idea afterwards that the only way I could try to make it interesting was that there is the precision farming. I have not tried that. I have not turned it on any of my farms. I thought, well, if we turn that on and concentrate on farm work, that might be okay. But it is a pretty boring map, though. But it's meant for big equipment. I was going to use it with the next equipment, I think it's called. But I gave that equipment a try, and I found it very hard to use, and it didn't actually make it very entertaining at all. It was. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest, I'll be honest. So, I don't even remember if I did a video on it or not. I thought about it, and I started a farm. So, I can't remember if I ever showed it on the channel or not. If I did, well, you'll know what I'm talking about. If I didn't, the reason I didn't was because it seemed very boring when I tried to do it. I think we need to go to sleep. We should have enough money not to go broke. But we're going to be cutting it fine. I don't think we're going to make another one. Do we have anything in this silo, by the way? Just curious. Okay, so we still have more wheat for the chickens. So we don't have to worry about growing any crops for the chickens yet. Because we've still got a ton in this. I mean, because our chickens are... It's a tiny chicken thing, right? It's only because I wanted to use this building that was here. It was just such a, rustic, old, quaint-looking building. I thought, well, I want to use it. My goal was not necessarily to actually have chickens. So, again, that's another not money-making thing. Is the chickens. We could get animals on here and stuff like that. But, again, it was not really what I was looking to do. Yeah, I really wanted to focus. Yeah, 13,000. Yeah, look, we might scrape one more, but I can't guarantee that. can't guarantee it at all. Okay, what have we got? Have we got anything actually happening? Okay, so they're still growing. What month are we in? June. I think we can sell... a couple of things. Let's check. We've still got olives. So the olives are lasting us. The production of olives is pretty good. You'd almost potentially, if we expand our olives, get a second one of those. If we could afford it. Which we can't. Okay, olive oil is definitely something we want to sell now. Was there anything else? Sorry, I'm just checking my list. No, really just olive oil. So we could do that and get some money. Definitely. The other thing we could look at is the grapes. I'm sick of running to this thing. I'm going to drive this down. Oh, shit. Probably could fill up too. There we go. Okay, grapes are still growing. They still do not. When do they get harvested? Not till October. Yeah, it's funny that the grapes get mulched so much earlier than the olives. Okay, so other than contracts, it looks like the only thing we can do is sell the olive oil, which is what we're going to do. Let's start, you know what, let's start by grabbing whatever we have. Okay, what have we got? Olive oil, 11 pallets. Alright, we'll load up what we can. We might have to make a couple of trips here. Two pallets short. Where are we going? Where are we going? The best is the potato processing plant. Okay, and where's that? That is, no, this way. Alright, so we've got 12,000 litres. Jesus, I'm losing control of this truck. What the speed limit here is. $62 grand. Okay. It's not going to get us out of debt, but it's going to give us... It's going to give us some money for a little while. Unfortunately, what we need is hundreds of thousands of dollars. Alright, let's go get those last 2 pallets. Somebody let all the cold air out. Another 10 grand. What was that? About 70 something thousand. Alright, so we're at 86. So with our current expenses, I'm not even going to try and calculate that. I think we're at about 13 grand expenses. Maybe 15. It's really the financing that's the one that's hurting the most, because it's only a 2-year. I mean, we do have a big loan as well, but that doesn't seem to cost you as much. I don't know why. Got a very cheap interest rate on it. Okay, so again, we have done everything we can do this month. Yeah, look, if we did some of these harvesting contracts, they're some good money. We'd have to borrow their gear though. Wood transport. They're hard. They're very hard. That is... Oh, it's spinach. That's why it's worth so much money. No, that's going to take me forever. Rock removal. Don't mind a bit of rock removal. You know what? I'm going to do that one. It's fun. I'm going to accept the rock removal. Now... Oh, I didn't borrow the equipment. Oh, no. Whoops. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing it then. Or can I lease... It's not as... don't think it's as cost effective, but man, I wish you could lease the equipment after you realise you made a mistake. What's for sale, by the way? Seed crops like wheat, barley, transport logs, grain. What is it to lease this? Okay, that was going to be fun, but we won't be doing that job now because I stupidly accepted it instead of leasing the equipment. And to lease the equipment myself is way more expensive than the job's worth. So forget that. Yeah, the fertilizing's not worth it because I'd have to buy fertilizer. Stone picking, that's not enough money. It's nowhere near us. Sowing. No. I think they're all crap. Yeah, we ain't going to do that. Alright, let's just go to sleep. There's no point stuffing around. We've got money. We can sleep. July, what's going on? Nothing to sell. Okay, yeah, definitely 13,000 it seems. Alright, let's do the usual. Let's go pick up any products. I mean, it can only be olive oil. There's nothing else to make. So, if we go by last month, so this is 10 grand's worth of olive oil. If we sell it at its peak. We just need a lot of it. Yeah, so the egg production's really slow, so it's not really a profitable thing. Well, I mean, it technically might be profitable, but I'm just saying it's not bringing in money. Tons of it. All right. Okay, so it looks like canola is ready to harvest, so we can do that. We need to check the olives. And that's about it. Okay. Let's do a quick check of the olives. Yeah, I think that's ready. That grass is looking pretty long. Alright, but we're going to leave that till after. What we're going to do first is this. I need to take this header off. So what I'd like to pay attention to is how much canola we have. So we're like harvesting in July. I'd like to sort of see, is this open? Did I not fold it? Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get an idea of how long it takes before the oil processing runs out of this. Because then we could work out. Because I think I said in another video, what would be really great is if we had enough fields that we had enough canola and enough sunflowers that they'll last basically a year of production, because that, I think that gives you, you know, the greatest bang for your buck type thing, because then your production is working full time, never runs out of the raw products, and yeah, you're selling maximum products you can. Alright, let's jump into a time lapse. Let's get this done. And then we'll come back and do the olives, I guess. Right, let's just go empty this. Very convenient to just empty it straight in here. Don't have to worry about trailers or anything. Don't even have to go far. No? We're not over it? There we go. Oh. Let's fold it up this time. Put it away nicely. Okay, so I'm assuming this needs to be cultivated and, well, not replanted yet. When does it get replanted? Hang on. I'll have a look in a second. Canola. Next month. Okay, so we've got to be on the ball. We don't want to stuff around. So we're definitely going to, yeah, we need to cultivate. Maybe we should do that now. Oh, don't need that on. Yeah, because we don't have a direct... That's not a direct drill seeder. Such a small cultivator. Oh, I hate it. It just takes such a long time to do. It doesn't help when I don't turn properly either. Yeah, it'd be good to get some bigger equipment as well. But that ain't gonna happen. Not for a while. Well, if ever. I mean, if we pay off the financing that we've already got, I guess we could refinance some more equipment and then put ourselves into debt again. But like I said, we've still got a loan as well we've got to pay off. But it's going to be hard to make money without produce, basically. You can't make money if you haven't got anything to sell. So sometimes investing some money is the best option. Alright, that's all done. So let's put this away. So we're all ready for planting next month. I mean, we could have done it next month just before planting, but I figured let's just get it done. Get it done now, why not? Okay, so what we do need to do now is this. So we've got to repeat what we did before. So let's see if this works again. Sprint. Oh, hang on. Start that again. Sorry. We weren't detected the field at all. Alright, we'll go through this for a little bit, and then I think I will finish this off between videos because I want to get it done, but I also don't want to bore everybody with another massive time lapse because this is going to take a while. But I'm definitely happy with the process we've got, considering that there doesn't seem to be faster equipment or any other way that's actually more productive. I'm happy with the process that we've got where we're spraying and either cultivating or spraying and mulching at the same time. So we're reducing, you know, we're cutting our jobs in half basically. We're going down from 4 potential individual processes to 2. So pretty happy about that. Now, I'm assuming this is working. I mean, we probably should check. Yeah, it's definitely getting fertilized. I don't know if the game's smart enough to know you didn't do the second fertilizer early in the process and your yield's going to change. I don't think it's that smart. I think as long as you get it done and it counts before harvest, then it's going to count. I would assume in the real world things would be a lot different, but then a lot of processes in this game would be a lot different in the real world. You know, because there's times where you can do stuff in the rain that has no impact. You can do lots of things in a game that you just would not do in the real world. That's for sure. But that's fine. It's a game. It's got to be fun. Like I always say, if you make some games, if you make them too realistic, they stop being fun. You want it to feel realistic without actually being realistic. Sounds a bit stupid, but I think it's to me it's valid. Alright, so this is working nicely. I'm just gonna continue on up and down every one of these rows, getting this done, and then I guess, yeah, the olives and grapes are already waiting for harvest time, so they're just got to finish growing. And then we'll get them in the productions and see, oh, that's what we need to do. Can I do that quickly? What we need to do is turn on our canola. Yeah, we only got 11,000 canola. I don't think that lasts us very long. But we at least want to process it. So there you go. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, opinions in the comments. You know, if you're enjoying the content, do like and subscribe. If you've got any other ideas for this farm or a future farm, do let me know. Always looking for good ideas for or other games, whatever you want to see. Let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.